So you're playing a game of Warhammer 40,000, and there are a lot of things getting closer to your side of the board. How do you know what to kill first, and what's most dangerous? I'm a tabletop hobbyist, and today I'm going to be talking about threat analysis, or how to analyze battlefield threats. Let's begin. So, what is a threat? A threat is any entity that may cause substantial harm to your forces and operations. Pretty much anything that's going to throw a spanner in the works. A threat often possesses a high amount of damage and or speed. An example is this land speeder right here. It has a whole lot of shots and it moves very quickly. Versus the intercessors, which are relatively slow moving and don't have many shots. A threat is not always the best target. In this example that I've given here, the speeder will continue to harass your forces. However, intercessors can score your opponent points. I like to divide my threats into now and later problems. First up, we have now problems. Now problems are anything with high speed and high damage. Those are the things you want to take out first because they have the greatest chance of making it to your side of the board, which means they can cause a lot of damage very quickly. These are units with pre-game moves. These are infiltrating units that are a bit fighty. These are small units that can hide behind obscuring terrain, pop out, and fire a bunch of melta into you. And most importantly, units that are already within your lines, like Sanguinary Guard will almost always be. Conversely, we have later problems. Later problems are turn 3 and turn 4 problems for me. Mostly they're slow models like Redemptor Dreadnoughts and Knights that had to stay back because of the traffic jam. They're poorly positioned units, so Melta bikes that are on the other side of the board from all the things they want to be targeting, and pretty much any large model in the game that can't clearly draw a line of sight to your important stuff. So Baneblades, Thunderhawks, anything massive, probably don't need to worry about it for a little bit. So how do we use this information? Well, first we know that not all threats need to be destroyed. Later threats can pretty much always be maneuvered around. There's not much going on there because they're so slow, but they do have high damage. So be aware that just because it's slow does not mean it isn't dangerous. Firmly understand that a threat is not always the best target. When it gets down to the wire, you should always take out your opponent's objective secured units before you worry about taking out the things that are going to kill your tanks. The way I oftentimes run 40k is viewing my opponent's army as an opposing body. First, I take out the legs, which are the fast units. These are the units that are scoring engage. These are the units scoring stranglehold. These are also the threats, usually. Then I take out OBSEC. OBSEC is going to be the arms of your opponent's army. These are going to be the way that they grab points and take points away from you. After you've cleared out the arms, you can move on to the head. This is the sweet nut that you finally get to crack open, and it's the form of characters. If you can get into those characters and really begin to rip it apart, your opponent's army should already be defeated. Hope this was helpful. My name is a tabletop hobbyist, and thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.